Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for December 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, Monday through Thursday. Now, you know that I'm going to be using some Radley Valentine decks. I will use my Archangel Power Tarot card for the main message. I'll pull one of my Guardian Angel cards, if they don't all fall down. I'll pull one of my Guardian Angel cards. I'll also pull one of my Emily Anderson crystal cards. Now, that will be for the main message, but for the overview, for the introduction on what's going on and just general energies, I will be using my Waite Rider deck, the traditional one, and I will be using my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. The 21st, we are entering into Capricorn season at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, we will be entering, I think it's like right there, 1 minute maybe before the winter solstice. Now, that is for the northern hemisphere. That is when we have the longest night or the longest darkness. In the southern hemisphere, light should be, the darkness will be the shortest, where the light will be the longest. Okay. Now, let's see what we have here. Now, the thing that's really important too about these dates is, and the reason that I'm always talking to us about numbers, and I'm talking about dates, and there's things going on around us, is just as I encourage all of us to be working towards the light, a lot of times these dates and numbers, there are others that are working towards the dark. So, I do believe that we counter a lot of that. So that's why we always need to be keeping our thoughts, our words on the positive side. We need to be working towards that light. Okay? So let's see. One card has fallen. Let's see what we have for two other ones. And I told you that I was a intuitive channeler. I opened myself up to higher power. Anything that's reversed has a little stronger message. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Here we go. First card. All right, now, this is that one, the Three of Swords. It is reversed. The Three of Swords has a really interesting, a lot of times people are like, oh my gosh, let's get rid of that. Let's do this over again. Because the Three of Swords recognizes that there has been heartbreak, that there has been something that has not necessarily felt good, that there has been pain, that this has been a really, this has been a really intense moment. The other thing, so you can see the gray clouds, you can see that there are actually swords in the heart, you can see the rain behind it. The thing is that the rain is behind, and the other thing about the Three of Swords that I want you to kind of look at and really look at this. If this was a current situation, this would be a very, very messy looking card. This is something that has happened in our past. It could be a very recent past. This is something that now says, let it go, let it go. Because, it doesn't mean that we're not going to have scars. Oh, it does not mean that. We will probably carry the scars with us. But will we learn from it? Can we release it? And this is what the Three of Hearts, I keep wanting to say that. The Three of Swords wants to tell us. Now, three in itself has a lot of energy with you say something, do something 3 times, put this out into the universe. Also, it's about celebration. It's about creativity. But this, the Three of Swords, reminds us that, yes, this is, we've had to live through some of the harder times. We've had to live through some things that have almost decimated us. But we still continue. We still live through this. And we then become stronger. We carry our scars, but we carry them as badges of courage. But it also reminds us to now move on, move on. Your next card here, the Ace of Cups. Now, so we have a 3, we have a 1. 1 has new beginnings, new starts. Cups is our, well, I told you that Swords was our Aquarius. It was our, and we have Saturn and Jupiter still in Aquarius. It is also our Gemini. It's also our Libra. Thought process is making plans, really thinking things through. Cups is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, very emotional. Now this has a new opportunity, a new commitment, a new, so this, in order for us to go forward, we have to let go. Doesn't mean that, it does not mean that we forget, because we carry those scars with us. We carry those experiences with us. But now we go forward. We have hope. We have, this has a new relationships, new loves, new energy that's going to push us into newer situations. It really, right, when we're kind of going with this whole heart energy again, it, makes our heart burst with joy. Okay, next cup, oh, next card, again, this one is also reversed. And now we have a 2. 2 has joinings, 2 has crossroads. Do I go this way, that way? 2 has decisions. This is the High Priestess. This is the intuition. This is us reaching out to higher power, guardian angels, whoever we reach out to. This is us really connecting into that, into that other side. There's the natural and there's the supernatural. There's the physical and there's the metaphysical. And this is us meditating. This is us staying quiet for a little bit of time and really connecting about what our next steps are going to be. Where do we want to go? What is supposed to be happening for us too? There is a little bit of submission I'm feeling with the High Priestess. She is, maybe she wants to do her own thing, but yet she realizes that she's being guided by something greater and bigger than herself. Okay? So there's this, I have been feeling very spiritual energy going on, and this kind of confirms that same thing. Okay, now let's go on now with the Osha Zen Tarot cards. I generally use these for, more for words of advice, okay? But let's see what we've got going here. So there's totally new, there is a new developing of our, maybe of our psyche, of our, of our intuition. There is, but again, what this was, again, forgiveness, when I talk about forgiveness, forgiveness is what helps you. Letting go anger is what helps you. The other person doesn't either doesn't know or they don't care. So it's really to get us to a healthier emotional state. But there's really deep feelings, deep searchings. Really, it's kind of, I feel like this is going into that shadow side of us that we have to look and we have to really clear a lot of this, I don't know, is it emotional energy? Is it kind of looking into our own darker energy? It could be. It could be. Okay, let's see what this one is. Okay, well, clinging to the past. Clinging to the past kind of goes along with what we're talking about. So this week's energy is, so we have the 5. 5 has change, positive, negative. And this is kind of telling us, especially with this, how can we move forward? How can we move forward when we cling to that past? And I do know that Saturn and Jupiter are doing some sort of a dance this week. So again, to Saturn, and we are not even halfway through where Saturn with Aquarius is illusion versus reality. So, this could be one of those weeks where we have to really look at the reality. But you know what? What we'd rather do is cling to the past. We'd rather look back than look towards that future. So yes, is it going to be, I do feel that the energies are going to be on the unusual side. I do feel like, because we'll be on the flip side of that full moon. But yet we have the darker energies that sometimes are brought about. Like I said, we want to go towards the light. We want to bring about the light. We want to, we want to endow things like the winter solstice. We want to endow things like, the changing of a season. We want to endow it with the positive, because there's a lot of negative out there. And a lot of times the negative likes to cling to these types of situation, these types of days. So this is going to be one of those times where we might be very reflective. We might need to look deep into our hearts and kind of maybe face some of the messy stuff. But at the same time, once we face it, we'll find out that it really isn't as hurtful as we thought it was going to be. Maybe we've been avoiding it, and now that we, face it head on, it actually isn't the monster we thought it would be either. Okay? Okay, where did that come from? Anyway, I will post this as an introduction for the week, but I will also add this to our readings, which will start now. Hello, my Pisces. How are you? I don't know. Where would we be without your wisdom? Because in many ways, my Pisces, you see clearly. You can be you can't be emotional, don't get me wrong, but so many times you can actually see, you see very, very clearly. And I think that's going to be needed this week because of the intensity of these energies. So let's see what we have. Oh, a card flipped. Here we go. Seven of Michael. Seven of Michael. Seven, divine number, divine intervention, sometimes divine interference. Michael is our air energy. It's our Aquarius. Lots of Aquarius still going on. Gemini, and it is also Libra energy. Thought process is your words. Hearing news, making some plans. Seven of Michael is kind of like, I do think that this is you when you see, when you separate that emotion, it's like you see the clarity of things. Seven of Michael says, chill for a moment, take a step back, look at the big picture, and look for the alternatives. Look for the other routes. Look for the other paths. And I do think, my Pisces, when you can kind of simmer the emotion down, I think that you definitely see the pictures or see the pathways, and I think you see which way, what needs to be done. Okay? So that, I think, is going to be useful for you for this week. There is a better course of action available to you. Working alone may not be the best answer. Review all the details. Your next card is the Eight of Michael. No, so we go seven, now we have an eight. Eight, unlimited opportunities and possibilities. This has a setting free. This has a liberation type of energy with it. So not only are you, able to see things a little clearer, now you're able to act upon it. But the thing about this is I think that you are helping other people and you're helping them to see and get to their path too. But I don't want you to be so distracted by these others that you forget about your own way, okay? And your own path and your own future and who you are also. Okay, so you can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. But the Seven of Michael says that you are starting to see things clearly. Next card, the Ace of Ariel. So, Ace, number one, new beginning. So you have a 7-8-1 or a 1-8-7. New beginnings, new ventures. Ariel is our earth energy. It is our Capricorn, which we're about to go into. It is our Taurus. It is our Virgo, solid money, tangible career, possibly even new, new business type of energy too. But the Ace of Ariel is a new opportunity, is a new possibility, is a new, but not in just your ideas or in your passion, but in what is actually physical, okay, what is actually tangible. And I do love what this talks about. So there's a lot of clarity that's happening here. There's a lot of trying to, to stay, well, I don't know, to get, it's a lot of clarity to declutter your path also. It's, to make it so that you yourself are not necessarily holding on to the dramas of others. But I do feel, my Pisces, that you will be helping others too. So it's interesting because in one way I feel it's kind of a, this is because you're two fishies. Yeah, I feel it's kind of a solidary type of thing, and it's something that you yourself are doing for your own edification, but yet what you're doing is also helping other people. Oh, you're going to have to tell me what this is about. But the Ace of Ariel, I love this one. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or a promotion, which could open things up for you too. Okay, but there's a lot of things that are opening up for you. And like I said, while I see you being very solitary and just kind of this is for you, I see you helping others with this too. Okay. That's why I say it's best if I don't try to understand what comes through. Here we go. Guardian Angel, this is reversed. healer of action. I think this is the queen of fire now. So and the queen's underlying energy is water, but this is fire energy, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. This is a time when you can do whatever you set your mind to if your heart is open. You're being asked to do many things at once. You won't mind as long as you know you're making a difference, and you are. This card indicates someone who's loving, intelligent, passionate, and fun, which could possibly could definitely describe you. This person can handle difficult situations with grace. So in one way, it's like your path is open. If your heart, you can do whatever you want, but then you need to know that you can make it, that you're making a difference with others too. So this is a really interesting week for you, my Pisces. I think it's a very positive week. I think that it's almost, it's like, almost like a, just a week where your caring energy helps so many others, but at the same time, you help yourself. I know it's a really, it's a contradiction in itself, but it works. Okay, let's see what crystal or energy for my Pisces we have. Okay, reversed. Amethyst. I love this. Amethyst, that's a good stone for you. Spiritual insight, creativity, psychic protection, courage. Okay, my Pisces, what a week. Okay, breathe through it. Now, remember, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Mostly and most important, please, my Pisces, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.